Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session of Scuba Talk. I'm Scuba Dave. In this session, we're going to be talking about advanced classes. When you should take the advanced class, or maybe just take a specialty class. We'll be back right after this. We're talking about the option versus taking a full advanced class versus just taking a specialty class. Now, I can only talk about the PADI advanced class. I don't know how the other organizations conduct theirs or what classes are involved in theirs. But in PADI's advanced class, I believe it's a good way to go. Just for the simple fact of there are 3 mandatory classes that you have to take in the advanced class. And if you want to become a dive master under PADI, it is a requirement that you have the advanced class. Okay, so let's talk about the advanced class just for a second here. The advanced class, you have to have navigation, okay, as a required class, and you have to have deep dive as a required class. So those 2 are required. Now, there's a total of 5 dives in the advanced class. Okay, so you got those 2, and those are, you have to do those, and they're not difficult once you can learn the compass and you confident that you can work with the compass and you trust your compass. Navigation is pretty easy, but it's just getting over that fear, okay, and trusting that compass, okay. So there's 2 of your classes out of 5 that you need to take. Now, depending on the dive shop, depending on your instructor, they'll pretty much dictate which classes you're going to take, okay. When I teach the advanced class, I like to teach the navigation, so that's mandatory, and the deep dive. Those are mandatory, right? Then I like to teach the nitrox class, and then we go do a dive on nitrox. The other class is a night dive and possibly a wreck dive, okay? Those are the types of setup that I like to do. Now, I get some people that say, no, I don't want to do a night dive, okay? Night dive, when you're first diving, learning, night dive can be a little intimidating. I get it. So we can take out night diving, and maybe we can put in a buoyancy class, right? Maybe you're having a little bit difficult time, or you haven't quite got the hang of getting your buoyancy underwater. Okay, so we'll do a buoyancy, okay? So there's really no classroom. What it is you go and you buy a manual. Now, this is my open water manual, but you'll buy a manual, okay? And inside the manual, it lists all the classes for advanced class. Now, we picked out 5, okay? So you go through those 5 chapters, and there's knowledge reviews in them, okay? Then we'll meet up at the beach or our dive site or on a boat or wherever. And we'll get there a little bit ahead of time before, if we're going on a boat, we'll get there a little bit ahead of time before the boat leaves. Or say if you're in Southern California, we're going to go over to Catalina Island maybe to do some of those dives. We'll meet at the boat place, right? And go over those before the boat leaves, or we'll do knowledge reviews and talk about them while we're on the boat doing the crossing. Okay, so there's different ways that this can be done. Then we go out and we do the dives. Okay, we work on it until you get it. Okay, the navigation until you complete it. Okay, so those are just those requirements for the advanced class. Now, can I take just a nitrox class? can I take just a rec class? That's all I'm interested in. Absolutely, you can. Okay. Basically, you go out and you buy the specialty book. Okay. And sometimes they'll come with a little CD. They'll come with extra little things in the packet. Okay. But you'll also get the book. All right. And you take the book and you go home and you read the book and you let your instructor know if you're working one-on-one with the instructor or if you're having an actual class. Okay. You show up at your class time. Then you do the classwork. Then after you do the classwork, you do your test, pass the test, you go out, you do the dive. Now, when you do specialty courses, okay, specialty courses do count toward the advanced class. Now, I don't want to get you confused on a specialty course and the advanced class. The advanced class pretty much is just introducing you to the types of diving, giving you a little bit of knowledge, okay, to where you feel comfortable. Like, okay, say if you took the rec dive class in the rec in part of your advanced class, okay. If you do that, basically that's exposing you to look for the hazards on the outside of the wreck. In that class, we do not teach you any penetration skills. We do not advise you to penetrate a wreck or anything like that. Okay. Now, in the rec class, in the specialty class, okay, now we go a little bit further. Okay. Now, not only do we teach you again doing the outside observations, looking for hazards, looking for things that can trip you up. Okay, but now we'll actually penetrate with you. As a beginner, even though you've taken the specialty class, you always want to know where your exit is if you're going to penetrate. So you want to enter but be able to see daylight and your way out. Okay, and so that's what we'll do with you. Okay, we'll penetrate the wreck a little bit, show you things you need to look out for, and always have your exit in sight. Okay, so that's just the rec class. Nitrox, the difference between advanced class and a specialty class. Okay, the advanced class is just exposing you to it. Okay, the advanced or the specialty class is teaching you a lot more and exposing you to more dives. Okay, we take you out instead of just one dive. We'll take you out for 2 dives or 3. Okay, depends on your instructor how he sets it, or she sets it up. Okay, I get asked a lot. Is it okay if I just do a specialty? Absolutely. If you're confident in navigation or buoyancy, your deep diving, absolutely, go ahead. Just take one class. Now, a lot of people take the advanced class because of the deep diver, and they'll dive. Okay, the deep diver only certifies you to 100 feet. But I see and I know people, because they went through the advanced class, they think they can go all the way to 130 feet. And that's not, I wouldn't advise that. There is a big difference between 100 and going all the way to 130. Some people say, well, Dave, it's only 30 feet. Well, that's true, but there's more involved. Okay? Your time management from 100 to 130, your time goes very fast, and you're going to start getting into decompression modes if you're not careful. So I advise you to take, if you're going to want to go to the 130, take the specialty class. We teach you how to set up a pony bottle. We teach you how to hang a pony bottle. Say you're going down on a line, right, a buoy line. We teach you how to hang a bottle. We breathe off that bottle. We'll do it in practice several times throughout the scenarios, just so you have the idea of what it's like. It's not go down on an aluminum 80 and we're going to go down to 130 and come back up, and woo! I mean, that's our plan, right? If we do everything right, that's our plan. Come back, hey, that was great. But if you start running low on air, you start breathing a little heavier when you're down there, right? You're going to need that pony bottle. Okay, so those are the things that we teach in that class. There's things that we recommend in that class that you take that you wouldn't probably take in a 30-foot dive. Okay, so if you're going to do these types of diving, there's a class for it to give you the knowledge to protect yourself. Okay, so you and your dive buddy, right? So you want to always protect yourself. Okay. The other thing is, just want to shout out there that some friends of mine just recently went up. They did some ice diving. Kudos to them. Again, you just don't want to go cut a piece of ice somewhere and jump in and go. This gentleman that I know who goes up and he does the ice diving. I don't know if he does it every year, but he has a lot of knowledge, and so he's safe, and he just did another class. So good for them. Before we end the segment here, I do want to give a shout out. A buddy of mine told me about a dive shop that he visited. It's down in Texas. It's a dive shop in San Marcos, Texas. I believe the name of it is Dive Shop San Marcos. It's on 1911 Old Ranch Road. So if you're down there in San Marcos, Texas, stop in. Tell them that you heard it from Scuba Dave, and they'll take good care of you. So I just want to give a shout out to them. If you need dive equipment while you're down there, book dives with them, whatever, they'll take good care of you. So that'll do it for this segment. I just want to say, if you like the content we put out, please give us a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and ring the bell. That'll give you further notifications whenever we put a video out. And if you ever want to get a hold of me, please feel free to. You can send me an email to scubadave94@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment down below. We'll get back to you. So for now, this is Scuba Dave saying, have fun, be safe, and keep diving.